need to finish. And 35 timer. Okay, yeah, sure. 25 minute 3 5 25 5, okay. confusion. Index signature. Or key value. that's done. Functions. Lock in. Yes, sir. I just want my move to be like this. Or is it like covering what I'm doing or something? Like maybe this. It's cute. Like this. Okay. What is new for my medication? Instantiate class by allocating memory. Barney, would you rather have David fart in your room or Ken fart in your room? Hey Barney, please bro, little important amacha. That is the shot, but you're gonna lock in now. I'll answer that question in 8 minutes, okay? I got 8 minutes more study. Then 5-minute break, then 25 minutes, 5-minute break, so we'll have to wait, Govind, we'll have to wait. If you're a real fan, if you're a real fan of BarneyWantsToFilm, you gotta wait 8 minutes. Saying how many hours in the default parameters? Yeah, I don't remember. It's 1.10. has been covered. Is that an actual thing? Oh, it's an actual thing. Best operator. It's not audible. I don't have 8 minutes. Bro, oh okay, wait, you can't hear then, okay. Answer first, I can't hear you. Yes, dude, the fuck. Oh no, but I can, yeah, good boy. Thanks, buddy, at least read the stuff out loud so I can study too. Dude, what's the point of me reading out my notes for you? You're literally studying commerce or whatever. You finance students, like, I'm literally programming. What? Wait. Okay. Well, okay. Let me answer your question, yeah. Barney, would you rather have David fart in your room or Kenan fart in your room? Hey Barney, please answer, bro. Little important, macha. Okay, so Govind, first of all, let me tell you. I don't know. Okay, I was gonna say something big, but I don't know what to say. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, David's fart is like, I actually don't know. I think David just naturally stinks. And Kenan, I don't know. I genuinely don't know about Kenan. Ashwin a little slow. So yeah, if I had to choose between Kenan and David's fart, I think I would go for Kenan's fart because I think David is just naturally like stinky. Anyways. David getting publicly called out. Yeah. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, David is just like nasty. Like, remember the time when he like shat in Ashwin's place, and then his mom later found out that someone shat and did not flush the toilet, and it was David. It was genuinely David. Like, they genuinely was trying to accuse this on me, but it wasn't me. Like, oh my god, I wouldn't do that. I would always flush and leave the toilet, and I wash my hands like 2 times before I leave the washroom. Like, so a little bit like I have that, thing. So, but yeah, David, anyways, it was you. So don't do it. Oh shit. Go in. When are you gonna sleep, dude? Isn't it too late? Are you studying with me? Oh, he left. No. After I go brush my teeth. Anyways, I'll just do it later. Array of numbers. What is reduce? Built-in array method that loops through your leftover arrays. Built-in array method that loops through your leftover arrays. Oh. No. Okay. What's the 0 for? One of the hardest array methods to walk on into hell, okay? Think of reduce X snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, loops your arrays, picks up data as it goes and grinds everything down into one single final number. Shows it exactly like code in PNC. Short video is from the developer. Previous or in current value, okay. Zero is indicating the starting point. If you're adding so you can start at 0. Two, 3, 4. I'll use 3 plus 2. Okay, blank. In case you say master, why did you put if you still passing the address? Then I started to be completely empty. With 0. Then put it mix of empty array, see the default value at 0 and see return 0 faithfully. Okay. Functions allows a shorter syntax for function expressions. You can skip the function keyword, the return keyword, and the curly brackets by just putting an arrow. Oh, so weird as language. This works only if this function has only one statement. Oh, okay. Okay, then I think I'll skip this part. I don't even say what was the point. Function greet name string. Right at the top. String. Create a function that returns the string. Learning is fun. With the return type. Function where string is a string to return. Using the correctly defined function that takes option parameters, option function multiply a, b, c, a number, return a number, drop return c. What's that? Wait. Undefined. What is this? Then parameter c is not provided. Return c. Oh, it's an if else statement. Return c, return b to c. Else. I'll just write that down. Control C. A star, B star, C. Else. Start to go to React. Skip ahead, decide where to finish what is actually the bridge. PDF with Node.js. I don't need Node.js. This is pretty long. Damn. It's not that big. It's anyways, I can't like. Yeah, wait. TypeScript React. Functions. Type safety for prop, state and context. Better. What is ID's full form? Never knew. Integrated Development Environment. Documentation and refactoring. Early error detection during development. This tutorial assumes basic knowledge of React. If you're new to React, yeah, I am new to React. Oh, do I gotta go through that? Oh. What I should already know: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I don't know JavaScript, but I don't know HTML, CSS. If you want to study these topics first, it's all connected, you know, like, which is a good thing actually. So I don't know a bit of HTML, CSS, so JavaScript. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna let it go. There's a front-end JavaScript library. Facebook software engineer Jordan Volk. React is also known as React.js. Building UI components. Facts. First app rendered in CSS. It's all HTML tags. href, I could put a blank on this code and yeah. Slash li, I forgot. CGL, there's a lot of unknown stuff, but I'm just with it. 10 minutes. See with it. Creating a new React plus TypeScript app with white. What's white? Next generated front-end tooling. The build tool for the web. The build tool for web. Create modern web application. Okay. PM create white. Let's run this command. Need to install the packages, yes. Use ES Lite, it's a OX Lite. What are these? I don't know what are these. Gemini, help me. Should I look at this waste my OS and ES lint. Both are linters, a tool that can scan echo for errors and bad patterns without running it. Okay, like a spell checker but for code quality. Okay, the old standard. Brand new, written in Rust. Rust. Therefore extremely fast. Works. If you're not working on a team with existing, you need hundreds of plugins, it's faster, etc. Okay. Use ESLint, no, OXLint. Install with npm and start now, yes. My terminal is looking cool. I want to start contributing. Inshallah. What's next? My app. Should I MKDI add? Ooh, what is this? H enter. Shortcuts. Restart server, URL, open in browser, clear console, Q enter. Okay. So now CD my app. I don't think I should do this here, should I? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have started it. Q enter. CD my app. Hey, what? How did it make by itself? ls pack JSON port ts config JSON. Who's JSON? Haha. Okay, got npm install. Wait. Before I code, npm install. Npm found. Okay. npm run dev. Okay, npm run dev is the. Let's just write that down. I'll just write what I did. Yeah. What did it do? It made a folder by itself. Anything plays byte at latest. My app template. Okay, I did create the directory then. Man. Don't write anything here. Just visit. I just visit. Okay. I get it. Look at my login. Okay. TS config. TS. There's nothing in TS config. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Okay. Code TS config. .json. Here we go. Okay. Terminals. Recommended compiler options. References? What are references? Well, I'll just put compiler options. What are these? Keep strict enabled for best type safety. Jai, strict. Let me just ask Gemini if something's wrong with this. This will cause the entire file to break and burst. Now works. It's a model optimization option. However, if using modern tools, you might see warning error on a specific line. Bundler. Your imports acting strangely, failing to recognize node. Channel it to bundler. What was it? Node. Modern resolution bundler. Okay, cool. I'll just close that. Sure, options work well with white and create React app. Component type of define props with TypeScript and use them in a function component. Type. Component typing. Right. What's the cow's name? The cow's name is Moo. Moo. This is my only plushie, dude. I'll even buy it. score in World Cup? Paraguay won? No way, wait. Halftime, how is it possible? Julio I lock it. And 9 fouls for Germany already. 2 offside makes sense, okay. 6 corners, okay. Paraguay probably like counter attack. Component typing, define props with TypeScript and use on a functional component. NPM run dev. Localhost. This is the one. Clear console, C enter. / help. And H enter, okay. U enter, this is the host. So what is this? Upload TSX and save to test HMR, count to 0. So do I just go and code now? Is that it? Hot module replacement. No, I'm not getting it. I might need a YouTube tutorial. Wait, what is happening? Wait, dude. I went from here to like, wait. Component typing. Define props, type step using with a function. Type greetings. Do I keep this beside my code? Here, low key. Lokinwinwinly. Okay. Full screen. Full screen. Back here. And now I code here. I'm going to close all these. Do save. We're going to type greetings, name and age. Age greetings. Age optional number. And then export function greetings. Export function greetings. Wait a second. Greetings. Alright. What's happening? Just remove the whole thing. Function greeting. Okay, it needs a parameter before that. Parameter name for my age. Property. Greeting property. Am I doing something wrong? 9 plus errors for what? I didn't even write this. Like, I don't know what's happening. Something's wrong. What's wrong? Fuck these guys. Oh shit, I mean, I don't know about that. Like, type declaration. What's my type declaration problem? String is correct. Name, string, age. Okay, this is checkpoint. Oh, is it? Is it? Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, on the type, it is like that. Return there. Return is. Okay, wait. I see. Suppose the working page. PM and dev. Children typing. Accept children with React.React node. What? What does that even mean? The code inside getting completely error-free now. The reason you're not seeing the get this done because you haven't plugged your new greetings file into the main app file yet. Okay. It won't light up until you use the light lamp socket app.tsx. Here's how to hook it up to see it live right now. Open src app.tsx. Let me just go to terminal. Wait, let me just QXZ right now. Yeah. It's not right. It's good. It should be. Okay. And this. There is no app. Oh. cd src ls app.tsx code app.tsx. Is it? Open. Replace its content. Everything inside application plays exactly. Ooh. Oh, this is the whole thing. The thing I saw. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so I remove this whole thing right now. Input a custom. Function app return For a component check and instrumental, which is part of written scale to learning HV5. Control S. There is something wrong in it. So something wrong. Something wrong. Hit save. Look at your browser on the right, the language insist to disappear. You will see two custom greeting elements. Let's run it. Around there. Let's enter. You enter. There's an error. There's error in this. We need to fix the lower G to the upper G in both files. Oh my god. Control V greetings. I need to change that also, right? Where is greetings? What is X? Greetings. CD SRC. Greetings. Oh wait, I can run another one terminal. CD SRC. There's still something wrong. Alright, after TSX. Dude, everything is gonna be changed. You know, just delete the whole thing. There's still something wrong. There's nothing happening on my screen. Am I supposed to run this again? Wait. SRC. Q enter. I did it. Go overtime. Runtime error. Okay, I need to close it. CD. Yeah. Oh, I need to move it into SRC. MD greetings at SRC. It's a read-only file system. What does that mean? But if there was no AI, how would you guys survive? I don't get it. Reddit? Would I read the same thing? Oh. Hello, Bodhi. Maybe a /dir. So that's good to know. That's my have every HTML stuff written here. So what is that? Basically this is HTML. What's different in this? This looks like HTML license. What's the difference? What is the hood? The HTML service and the line for its server are completely different. Oh. Okay. Oh, I really need a break, bro. Man. Common pattern. Okay, so what have I learned till now? Mhm. Hello, Alex. Hello. Okay. Component typing, different props, types are placed in the function. Okay, I just do that. Common patterns, type safe events. Another 1 hour 30 minutes. Just another 1 hour 30 minutes. Just another 1 hour 30 minutes, bro. Man, why does studying make you so sleepy? It genuinely like. So if I need to just sleep, I just need to study. That's it. Like I could genuinely just sleep right now. Call it a day. Okay, wait, I need to check the score. 1-1 Germany, oh my god. Jamal Musiala is a sub for Diz. Stats. Let's check out the stats. 9 shots. Oh my god, what number of passes? Probably getting bullied. Paraguay should be getting bullied. 3 offsides as well. It's happening in Boston. Check the lineup. Neuer. I barely know anyone from Germany. Sane. Neuer is 40. Crazy. That's pretty old, though. Did I just skip my break? 25-5 is not it. I don't think 25-5 is it. Hello? Where's my phone? Oh, my phone's being recorded. Shit, I just got scared. Wait, let me look and check out tutorial. Let's watch a fire ship video.
When I started this YouTube channel 4 years ago, most React developers would have laughed at the idea of using something like TypeScript.
You should try it.
Nah, bro. Like, why would you take your beautiful functional JavaScript and load it with a bunch of type definitions that make it look like the real Java? I was very skeptical of it myself when I first started using it in a particular project in 2017. Now, maybe it's just the Stockholm Syndrome talking, but after using it, I've never wanted to go back. But I don't think I'm alone because it was the second most loved technology on the 2020 Stack Overflow survey. In today's video, you'll learn everything you need to know to get started with TypeScript and React. But more importantly, we'll talk about why or why not you should use it, because there's a good case to be made for both sides of that argument. If you're new here, like and subscribe, and become a pro member at Fireship.io to get access to my full Next.js React course. To decide whether or not you want to use TypeScript, let's take a look at two different projects side by side, one with TypeScript and one without. There are many different ways to add TypeScript to a React app. In this case, I'm using the Create React App tool, but specifying the TypeScript template. The docs also have instructions for adding it to an existing project, or you can learn how to set it up in Next.js in my course. If we look at the file system on these two projects side by side, the most obvious difference is that the TypeScript project has files ending in .ts or .tsx. But the weird thing is that if we look inside one of these files, the code is exactly the same as the JavaScript file. And that actually brings up a good question. What is TypeScript if my code is exactly the same? TypeScript as a language is a superset of JavaScript. That means vanilla JavaScript is also 100% valid TypeScript. In other words, it just adds extra optional features on top of regular JavaScript. The relationship between SCSS and CSS is the same as TypeScript and JavaScript. And that's really cool because it means you don't really have to learn anything to get started with it. But here's the catch. Browsers don't know how to run TypeScript code.
Is this correct?
Which means that we need a compiler to take our TypeScript code and transpile it or compile it down to regular JavaScript. In our TS project, you'll notice a special file called tsconfig. Its purpose is to customize the behavior of the compiler, which itself is able to take your TypeScript code and convert it to any flavor of JavaScript that you want to run in the browser. Compilers are really cool because they allow you to use special features and modern JavaScript syntax without having to worry whether or not that code is going to be supported on old legacy browsers. The drawback is that you don't have this giant configuration file to worry about. Normally everything just works, but when it doesn't, you have to Google all these different options and figure out what they do. Many of the options are related to, but when it doesn't, you have to Google all these different options and figure out what they do.
They used to Google all this shit 5 years back. Stack Overflow, all these things, and now we just AI it like 5 years, dude. I like for you.
Many of the options are related to how strict TypeScript is with its type checking rules, and I highly recommend making it as strict as possible by putting strict mode to true. That'll make your code initially more difficult to write, but in the long run, it makes refactoring and collaborating with other developers way easier. Another important option is target, which is the flavor of JavaScript that TypeScript will compile your code to. ES5 is the 2009 version of JavaScript, but your code base can write 2021 JavaScript. Sounds amazing, but do you really need TypeScript to do that? Under the hood, the JavaScript version of Create React App uses a compiler called Babel that does the exact same thing. So the bottom line is that we can write modern code in both a React.js or a TS project. Now, one thing you'll often hear TypeScript developers say is that it helps them catch silly bugs in development before they become huge disasters in production. Let's take a look at an example to see if that's true or not. In the JavaScript project, I have some state that starts off as an empty object. Now, somewhere else, I might reference that object and try to access a deeply nested property on it. Now, it looks like valid code, but when we run the app, we get an error that it cannot read that property. Bugs like this get shipped to production all the time. But if we try to do the same thing in TypeScript, it's like a goddamn precog that lets us know the error exists before the app even runs. I really appreciate that because I make silly mistakes like that all the time. But keep in mind that it doesn't replace test-driven development. It can detect poorly structured code in advance, but can't detect bad logic. But now let's look at the most important feature of TypeScript, its type system, and the pros and cons of using it. If we build a functional component in JavaScript, you'll notice that it has a type of JSX element. In addition, if we reference props, they automatically have a type of any. That's a pretty vague type definition overall. In TypeScript, we can be much more explicit about what our code actually is. React has a built-in type called FC, which stands for function component, and we can assign that type to the component using a colon followed by the type. That tells the compiler the shape of this code, which will throw an error for anything that's not a valid prop, and autocomplete everything else. By default, the only known React prop is children, but we can define the shape.
What? Yeah, that's what I'm asking. What is it? Children. Right here. Children typing.
default, the only known React prop is children, but we can define the shape of our own props using a TypeScript interface. An interface allows you to define the shape of an object by matching a property name to a type. Like here we have an interface called cool props that should be an object with two properties, one of which is a number and the other a string. In its current form, the interface will make these properties required on the object, but you can make them optional by adding a question mark after the property name. We can now take this interface and pass it to the function component type by wrapping it in angle brackets. This is like saying we have a function component that also includes props of its own custom shape. And now we get really useful IntelliSense on any props when working with this component. And it also guarantees that we use the required props when working with this component in JSX. However, that did come at a pretty significant cost. We've added a lot of boilerplate to the codebase without adding any new functionality for the user. Now, it is possible to bypass type checking whenever you want by simply adding the any type. That allows you to opt out of TypeScript, but also negates all of its benefits. It's also worth noting that TypeScript can provide automatic documentation for your code, because your editor will automatically pick up the type definitions, so anybody using your code will get IntelliSense on the shape and purpose of it. And that's way more efficient than having to go read some documentation online. Now, in many cases, TypeScript can automatically infer the type without you having to add any additional code to the codebase. For example, you might want to strongly type the use state code. However, the angle brackets may not be necessary here, because if you have a default value of a string, you don't need to give it an explicit type. It'll have a string type automatically, and if you try to change it to a value that's not a string, you'll get that precog error in VS Code. So that's pretty nice, but is TypeScript really worth it? It's managed by Microsoft, Enterprise loves it, but some guy on the internet said it only catches 15% of bugs, while Airbnb said it catches 38% of bugs. Would you rather write more code, or would you rather be more confident in the code you do write? Would you rather look at your documentation on the website, or would you rather have it be automatic in your editor? Would you rather write faster code now, or deal with chaotic refactoring later? Do your friends and family love it, or do they hate it? These are all trade-offs that you need to think about, but in my opinion, the answer to should you use TypeScript with React is obviously
wise guy. The ending was was by far the best ones I've seen. He's a mentalist. Today I started learning TypeScript with React. Do not tell me. Not tell me. Should I do this?
If you want to be a React developer these days, you also need to know TypeScript. TypeScript has become a de facto standard in React applications. In this video, I show you all the TypeScript things that you need to know as a React developer.
Because I might just skip this whole thing because has very less explanation. I had to use AI to understand most of it. From an async function, yeah. Minimal context and custom hook. Nothing like understandable here. Button element, you know what? Yeah, I might just GSX to TSX. Let's just check where the variable functions, tagging, yeah, components, tuples, CSS property record types, children, aliases with the interface. Okay, I think it'd be pretty good for like a revision. What is this video?
You've worked through many problems. That's why the solution works. Which search solution. And that's how solution 2 worked, one by one, to figure out which smaller basket it belongs in. For the current word, we split it into letters, sort them
Somebody
alphabetically,
actually did
and
this
join
for
them back
Sanas.
into a string. This
If you want to be a React developer these days, you
Hi.
also need to know TypeScript. TypeScript has become a de facto standard in React applications. In this video, I show you all the TypeScript things that you need to know as a React developer. So right now you can see I have a simple button component and it's using the JSX extension. So if you're ready for this, let's convert this into TSX. I'm going to say this button now needs to start using TypeScript. You can see when I do that, it immediately changes this icon here. I'm going to press enter, and now we have enabled TypeScript in this file. So let's start off with the most common things you want to do in TypeScript. Let's say we have some kind of variable. I can just run a variable like I'm always doing in JavaScript. But now if you hover this variable, you can see that there is some type connected to this. And we have not specified this type ourselves. We could do that. We can say this URL is going to be of type string. We use the colon and then the type. We could also say number, and then you're going to get red squiggly line because now we're trying to assign a string to a variable that we just annotated as a number. So it should be a string, but you don't have to do this because TypeScript is smart enough to infer from what you're assigning to this variable what the type is going to be. It sees that you're trying to assign a string to this.
Shouldn't it be React and TypeScript? TypeScript and React. You know what? It's fine. Like, I'll just do it, right?
Variable, so it will automatically infer this.
What should I do after? Go along with him, yeah.
What's the benefit of having that type? Well, now later, if I try to assign some other value to it, that's a different type. I'm going to get a warning here. That's quickly learned from TypeScript. I'm trying to assign a number now to a variable that's supposed to be of type string. So TypeScript is helping us out here. It's telling us this is probably not what we want to do. Besides variables, we also automatically type functions. Let's say we have some function we convert currency, and we'll take two.
Let me look, he just put in 1.5 or something.
Or I'm putting the same amount, and then also the currency that we want to convert that amount.
CSV file.
And then here in the function body we have the actual implementation. Now in the function body typically we don't have anything.
This is too fast, dude. His voice is like so slow.
We do want to type the function parameters. If you don't type them, actually we're going to get red squiggly lines here, we're going to get a warning from TypeScript because it can't infer anything here and we haven't specified ourselves. So by default it's going to give a type any, which is not what we want. Any means anything goes, we can do whatever we want with it. Basically defeats the purpose of using TypeScript in the first place if you're using it. We do want to type this as specifically as we can. So the amount is going to be of the type number, let's say, and currency could be a string, USD, EU, R for euro. So then I can call this function, convert currency with, for example, the number 100 and then a string. If I now make a mistake here, if I'm not typing a string as the first number, you can see TypeScript now says, hey, you're trying to pass the string here, but it's expecting a number type. That's so TypeScript, for example, here, prevents us from making this mistake. Also, if I set the pass another number here as the second argument, TypeScript is telling us, no, that's not what you want to do, you want to pass the string here. And then we can also specify the return type. This is usually not necessary, but sometimes you want to do that. So if you want to specify what this function should return, maybe it should return a string, let's say, then if you call the function, you're going to get back a string. I get red squiggly lines now because I'm not returning anything here in the function body because of this example. Right, so let's talk about how you can use this in React. So in React we have components, and these are actually just functions like we just saw, except you write a name with a capital case, and in the world of React we call these parameters drops. So typically you're going to get drops here. And just like
How do you get color? It's not working.
like before, we want to type those parameters.
BG, blue. Nothing's working. Break. Yeah, I knew it. I didn't install those dependencies. One more hour. Just one more, dude. Why is the timer so off? Okay, so I can start tomorrow, day 10. So the next 5 days I should be building the very first components, right? Man, what if I started earlier? I wish I started earlier. Things like that. Barney, at least read the stuff out loud so I can study too. I'm saving this. $92 plus, okay. Oh, extra time. Madness. Okay, it's time to start. One more hour. One more. 2:30, we're done. Let's go, yeah.
So we're back the clocks. And we don't really want time.
Let me fix this first. what? White.config.ts. Ooh, it was healthy. Ah, that's good. Teach me, baby. Delete everything currently in there and use a new single. Index. What is this? Everything. Shit is probably taking a ton of time to just load, bro. What the hell? It broke down. Gemini broke down just because I tried to copy paste. It works. Okay, it works. It feels terrifying to wipe out a massacre, but fine. Cool, it works. But why is that thing? Oh shit. Click me, click me, click me. It's not clicking now. Wait, what's the new file I was writing in? ls. Deleting this again. Wait, I'm so confused. Where's the button? Where's the button? Did I? cd.ls. Which file are you running? It is running the greetings. In SRC. This is okay. Wait. Q. Q. LS. Is it main? Not main.tsx, but main is the source file. I gotta be tweaking. Or did I? Oh, right. Oh. NPM. What is that code? BG Blue 400. Why is it NPM?
Return values. So with React components, typically the only thing we want to type are the props. Now in the past, people often did the following to type components. So if you had some components function, and then to type it, people would use code react.fc. Then in here you could specify the type of the component props. This looks a bit complicated, but this is how it was done mostly in the past. We will still see this sometimes. But there are some issues with this FC, and therefore it has gotten out of fashion. And it was also only possible to type this if you wrote your component function like this, so as an arrow function. You can still do that, of course, nothing wrong with it. Personally, I prefer this traditional function syntax for a component. And let's say that our function is going to receive some props. So I have added the button to our page. Here I'm using the component. And now let's say I want to be able to pass, let's say, the background color. I want to be able to set the background color when I use this component. And maybe I want to be able to set it to red. So I should be able to pass in this background color prop. But if I do that now, I get a warning from TypeScript because TypeScript is telling us you're not accepting any props. So now we need to actually accept the props. So we have props, and that's just an object that holds all the props. So if we want to get the background color from there, we can do props.background color. And then we can use that background color here in the class name to change the background color, let's say. But let's focus on TypeScript in this video. So now we have types, but we haven't typed this. So to type this, we can use colon, and now it's not going to be string or number, because props is an object. To type an object, we can just use curly braces, and then we can say in there there's going to be a property background color, and that one is going to be of type string. But if I do this is now properly typed. The props is an object, and in there we just have background color as a string. If I now try to pass a number, let's say number 5, we get an issue from TypeScript. And TypeScript is helping us out. You have to pass a string here. Now typically, you don't write your React components like this. Typically, you destructure this. So here you can destructure it like this. So instead of doing props.background color, you can just write props, and then just destructure it from props like that. Or just immediately here in the parameter list, immediately destructure it here.
Dude.
So instead of
Slow down. I'm gonna put you in normal. Okay. Today's 1/30th. 100% charged. What is genuinely what is,
adding props, you can actually already just immediately write the destructuring in the parameter list like this. But this is a more typical syntax that you're going to see in React components. So the props here, it's still object, but we are immediately destructuring it here, and therefore we should still describe this as an object. Now let's say we want to pass a font size as well. So what we want to be able to do is say the font size should be some number, let's say. Maybe font size should be 30. And we have the squiggly lines because we are not accepting a prop called font size here. So here now we need to accept a prop called font size, and we are immediately going to destructure that here, but we also need to specify this to TypeScript. We're going to tell TypeScript, hey, we expect a font size, and it's going to be of type number. And the benefit of this is now when I try to pass something like 40 pixels, let's say, which is a pretty common mistake that you could make here. TypeScript is going to tell us, hey, don't do this, you should pass a number here. That's how you can
No, wait.
Number and a third common type primitive
Wait.
Boolean. So let's say we also have some Boolean, we want to be able to specify
Dude.
whether this button should be a pill shape or not. So we could say pill shape should be true, let's say. So now we need to accept a pill shape here. So we'll say we're going to destructure that pill shape for the props, and then we're going to specify it here for TypeScript. We're going to say this is going to be a Boolean, true or false. Now you can see the syntax here is quite ugly. It looks like we're sort of repeating ourselves. So we have curly braces here with all these props, and then we sort of have the same here. It looks like the same thing. So it's bloating up our components here quite a bit, especially if you have many props. So instead of writing it inline like this, maybe we should extract this into a separate type. We're going to create a separate type. So in TypeScript we have a type, and we can call it, let's say, button props. I like to use the name of the component.
Dude, you know what? I'm going to Claude. I'm telling it's too hard for me. Dude, I need sleep. That's all I need. It's genuinely throwing me off right now. I'm just gonna stop here. This is throwing me off. Throwing me off. 2 hours 19 minutes. It's throwing me off. Alright. It's good. We back, I guess. Hope I didn't break it. Okay, this is. It's. I think I just need sleep. TypeScript is too confusing, and with React, it's way too hard. I've been trying. For the past 30 minutes, I think I've just been looking at the syntax and it's like, no, man. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna journal and finish it off. Alright. It's just gonna turn like that. Oh, shit, okay. Alright. Bye.